This is a tutorial for my arrangement of All the Things You Are. There's a playthrough at the end, and if you'd like to order it, there's a link in the description. Most of the chords in this arrangement are 3-note voicings, which means the fingerings can be flexible. I'm going to show you the fingerings I use and why, but that shouldn't stop you from experimenting and trying some fingerings of your own. Here's measures 1 through 4 slowly, and then we'll talk about the chords. Back to the beginning now and talk about chords. And we're going to go through this the same way, just about 4 measures at a time. I'll play it slowly at first so you can hear the timing and all that, and then we'll talk about chord forms and any other thing we need to talk about. F minor 7, I'm playing this shape at the 8th fret. I'm playing fingers 1, 2, and 3. That moves to a B flat minor 7, which is also at the 8th fret. I'm playing that with fingers 1, 3, and 4. The reason for these fingerings, if I play F minor 7 with finger 1, 2, 3, I can play the same finger, keep finger 3 down when I move to the B flat minor 7. And the other fingers don't have to move that much either. Nice and efficient. Timing there, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Then measure 3, we have an E flat 7. This is at the 6th fret, played with fingers 1 and 1, so finger 1 is barring. And then my 3rd finger is playing the melody note G. When I move to the A flat major 7 in the 4th measure, I'm going to play this shape also at the 6th fret with fingers 1, 3, 4, and finger 3 stays the same. If I use those fingerings, there's my E flat 7, finger 3 stays the same when I move to the A flat major 7. So you'll see a lot of common fingers in my note choices. And timing wise, from the E flat 7, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Measures 5 through 8, same approach. I'll play it slowly just for the timing, and then back for chords. Back to measure 5 for the fingerings now. D flat major 7, I'm playing this shape. At the 4th fret, I'm playing fingers 1, 2, and 3. When I move to the G7, first finger will move to the 5th fret. I'm playing this shape, and unsurprisingly, I'm trying to keep a common finger. Finger 3 can stay down between this D flat major 7 and this G7. And then the C major 7 in the next measure, measure 7, played exactly the same way as the D flat major 7. We're just playing now at the 3rd fret instead of the 4th fret, and I'm using the same fingers, 1, 2, and 3. We'll talk about that lick in just a second. I'm going to go back to measure 5 and play through it and kind of count the rhythms as I go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2. So that lick comes after beat 2. I play the chord, 1, 2, and then we play, and I'm sliding 2nd finger from the A sharp to the B, and then I have a hammer on from D to E, fingers 1 and 3, and then everything else is just picked. The G, first finger, finger 3, finger 1, 3. So that's 1, 2. Put the chord in front of that, we have 1, 2. Measure 9 through 12. A little bit of a playthrough first, and then the chords. Back to measure 9, let's talk about fingerings. C minor 7, I'm playing this shape at the 3rd fret. This is the exact same shape we played at the beginning with the F minor 7. I'm using the same fingering as well, finger 1, 2, and 3. Next measure, measure 10, is that same F minor 7, and I'm playing it the same way. So in this case, well, I guess all common fingers, I'm sliding from the 3rd fret to the 8th fret, so same fingering. B flat 7, this is this shape at the 6th fret, and that's the same fingering, finger 1, 2, 3. As a matter of fact, it's the exact same shape as the F minor 7. Everything is just moving to a different set of strings. So just move your fingers in a block. Then E flat major 7. I'm playing with fingers, this shape with fingers 1, 3, and 4 at the 6th fret. Now earlier I played this shape with fingers 1, 2, 3 with the D flat major 7 and the C major 7. This time I'm playing 1, 3, 4 because I like to keep my common fingers. Here's B flat 7. 3rd finger can stay down when we move to the E flat major 7. Now back to measure 9, just counting. We have 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Slide. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Same shape. 1, 2, and 3. Keep the common finger. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Measure 13 through 15, slow play through first. Now we go back and talk about chords and some articulations. A flat major 7, I'm playing this shape at the 4th fret, finger 1, 3, and 4. Moving to an A minor 7 flat 5, technically right now, with these 3 notes, it's an A minor 7. The E flat in the next measure makes it a flat 5. But the fingering is finger 2, 3, and 4. Notice between the A flat major 7 and the A minor 7 flat 5, these 2 notes stay the same. So no matter how you finger it, try to do it in such a way that you can keep these 2 fingers down. In this case, fingers 3 and 4 stay put. I just move my 2nd finger to the 5th fret for that A minor 7 flat 5. And we have some articulations here. The first beat of measure 13, we have a tenuto with that first chord. Tenuto means to play full value, so long. Next one, however, is staccato, which is short. So long, short. Then 2 8th notes, tenuto and then staccato, so that's going to be long, short. A minor 7 is also marked staccato. So we have long, short, short. I'll do that without talking over it now. So that E flat, it's after beat 1, so it's 1 and I slide really quickly from the 3rd fret to the 4th fret where the E flat is. Then this is a D7 chord here. If you take all these 4 notes together, finger 3, 2, 4, and 1. It's marked in 3rd position because the first finger is at the 3rd fret. The root, however, is right here on the 5th fret, that D. So you just play 3 notes of that chord, and on the and of 3, you play the C with your 4th finger. I'm going to play just those 2 measures so you can hear all that in context, and we'll talk about those G major 7s. And now G major 7. Same form as I'm using for the A flat major 7. I'm just playing at the 3rd fret now, using same fingerings as well, finger 1, 3, and 4. For the G6, finger 4 stays put. Now it's finger 2, 1, and 4 with this shape. It's marked in 2nd position because that's where the first finger is. The root, however, is at the 3rd fret. And we have some articulations here as well. We have a tenuto marking under beat 1, so full value 1, and then cut off on beat 2. And then dotted quarter note, that's long, and then short 8th note with the G6. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Next, moving into the bridge, measures 16 through 19, play through first. And back to measure 16 for fingerings. I don't have any fingers marked in measure 16. I'm playing finger 1, finger 2, and then for this double stop here, I'm using fingers 1 and 3. Measure 17, all I'm doing is I'm taking that double stop and moving down fret by fret. That's all finger 1, 3, just one fret at a time. Rhythm there at measure 17 is 1 and 2 and. So that last one is after beat 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And that low A, which is open, is after beat 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then we have a D7 flat 9, although we're playing just the bass note first and then the rest of the chord. I'm playing fingers 2, 1, 3, and 1. So finger 1 bars strings 2 through 4. It's marked in 4th position. Position marks where your first finger is, not necessarily the root. 4th position, because that's where my first finger is. 2nd finger is actually playing the root at the 5th fret. And again, we're playing the root first, 1 and we're playing the rest of the chord after beat 1. 1 and 2, and then this note is on beat 3, open. And then I like to use my 4th finger on this high C. You can use any finger you want. I'm using 4th finger because the next measure, I'm playing this G major 7 with fingers 1, 3, and 4 with this shape at the 5th fret. If I play that high C with my 4th finger, it only has a little bit to move to get in place for the G major 7. And after that G major 7, we just have this little lick. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and fingers, well, first the chord. 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. I'm going to go back to pick up to measure 17 just for all the counting here. So we have rest, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, root 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Second half of the bridge, measure 20 through 24. Back to measure 20 for the fingerings. I'm playing finger 1, finger 2, and finger 1 again. Now, I'm playing just one note, but I'm barring strings 1 through 3, because in measure 21, the next measure, I need to bar. So might as well prepare for this G sharp diminished. I'm playing with fingers 1, 3, and 1. And the next three chords, all diminished chords, I'm just moving down 1 fret at a time. So there's my G sharp diminished, G diminished, F sharp diminished. Counting is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1. So that little bass, this A, B flat, and B, which I'm just playing all with my first finger, comes after beat 3. It'll be 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1. Now hold that B down with your first finger. While you're holding the B down, play that A sharp. It's going to be a little dissonant for a little bit. 1 and 2. So hold that. 1 and 2. On beat 3, I slide my second finger to this B, and then this A, I'm playing with my 4th finger. Let's see, let me go back to measure 20, just that much for the counting. So we have 1, 2, 3, bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4. moving to this E flat major 7, playing this shape at the 7th fret, finger 1, 3, 2, and 4. And what I do here is I play all those notes at once. The bass is really active in this measure. So the high notes I just hold down. My bass is playing 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So move to the other string for that last note. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. C7 sharp 5. I'm now playing this shape at the 8th fret. I play the bass note first, and I play the other notes after beat 1. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Oh, and the fingering is finger 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pretty easy fingering there. So counting from the E major 7, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Hold 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Measure 25 through 28 is exactly the same as measures 1 through 4, so I'm just going to play through it slowly and call out some things as we go. Finger 1, 2, 3. Keep common finger. Finger 1, 1, and 3. Keep common finger. Now measure 29 through 32. I'm going to play this slowly without talking, just for the timing. And now back to measure 29 for chords, fingerings, and a couple articulations. We have this D flat major 7 at measure 29, the way we played it before. Fingers 1, 2, and 3 at the 4th fret. And rhythmically, I'm just bopping back and forth between my bass note and then those other two notes. I'm playing 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Notice that staccato over the and of beat 1, those two notes right there. So play those short. 1 short. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. B flat minor 7 flat 5. We're going to talk about that melody note E flat in just a second, but first we'll talk about the chord it's based off of. B flat minor 7 flat 5. I'm at the 8th fret playing this shape. Finger 1 and then finger 2 is barring everything else. Now I'm going to hold all that down while I play the melody notes, and what I'm going to do is for the E flat, I keep that chord down, make sure I'm barring all the way to the 1st string, because I'm going to play the high E flat with my 4th finger and then let up to play the D flat. And then the rhythm there is 1 and 2 and 3 and. C minor 7, I'm still at the 8th fret. I'm playing finger 2, 3, and 4. And you can use other fingers if you like. That's just the fingering I'm comfortable with. We have some marcato accents. Some people call those housetop accents over the first 2 beats. That just means short and loud. And then we have tenuto staccato or long short. So we have bop, bop, boo-da. And then this G you play after beat 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we're going to talk about that pinky note we just played with the G, but first let's talk about this B diminished 7. I'm playing this shape at the 6th fret, and again we're in 6th position, first finger at the 6th fret. My second finger is playing the root. It's finger 2, 1, 3, and 1. Now the melody note is 2 frets higher than that last chord, but that's the shape that we're in, that we're playing, I should say. So you play the G before that, keep holding the G down, place down your B diminished 7, and then this last note, this F at the 6th fret, I'm going to bar because I'm going to need to bar in the next measure. So we'll talk about all that. I'm going to go back to the C minor 7, play these 2 measures just for the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and. Now bar here on beat 4 and play that note. And that brings us to the last 4 measures, measures 33 through 36. As usual, I'll play through it slowly first. 3, and 4, and. And then back to pick up to measure 32 for the fingerings. Again, the reason we barred the last note of measure 32 is because in measure 33, we're barring everything here with this B flat minor 7 at the 6th fret. So hold that first finger down through the measure, and then here's that F again, good thing we're barring, and then finger 4 goes on this A flat. For this high double stop, I'm using fingers 1 and 2, and then for this I'm using fingers 1 and 3, and then an A flat 6. Now if you're into theory, that may look a whole lot like an F minor chord in second inversion. In context, the A flat sounds more like the root, so we're considering this to be an A flat 6, fingers 2, 3, and 1, and first finger's on that A flat at the 9th fret. And then we simply have 3 and 4 and. So the A flat 6, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and then this last chord is on beat 3. This is still an A flat 6, even though it's spelled a whole lot like an F minor, this time in first inversion. But again, that A flat with all these other chords we've been playing sounds like the root. Finger 2, 1, and 4. Finger 2 is on the 4th fret. So if I go back to pick up to measure 33, here's what all that sounds like with the counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and then hold that.